All right, let's kick this off, man. But first and foremost, I want to thank everybody that's supporting this channel. Appreciate you guys, and thank you for the messages. Thank you for tapping in and listening, and responding to a lot of these these stories, these experiences that I'm sharing with you guys that are helping you guys push through, or helping you guys kick off your year to a better start. Even if you're not on the team, these videos are helpful for a lot of people. It changes your perspective on how you're viewing, your situation, your circumstances, your life. So that's what it's all about. A leader is there to guide you through his actions, through his, you know, um, through what he's doing. Actually what he's putting out there, that he's actually, getting the results from, and not just talking. Not just telling you what to do. He's actually showing you. So that's what it's all about. It's supporting people, and making sure that you get out of that negative mindset of you thinking that it's not possible, or you can't get that body that you want, that mindset that you want, your finances on check, where you don't have to be living paycheck to paycheck, which most of us do. And it's out of like discipline. It all stems from being disciplined. But this video, what I wanted to talk about today is a lot of people that are slipping, a lot of people that are falling already, and they're falling behind by choice. They're getting distracted. Yes, a lot of things are happening. Yes, there's a lot of struggles out there. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of emotions and feelings that are running rampant right now with the fires that are happening in LA. But most people are being distracted by situations that are out of your control. So if you're not helping or lending a hand, or helping in any shape or form, and you're just sitting there creating scenarios in your head and putting your health at risk by not following the diet that you said you were going to do, not exercising, and that's something that you said you were going to do. 2025, it's here. The new year, new me is going out the window because of because of the circumstances and situations that are happening around us, that most of us don't have that control. Most of us can't do anything about it other than lend a hand, be supportive, and do as much as you can, to help, but don't leave yourself unattended. So you let your feelings and emotions get out of control, which that should be something that's totally under your control. See how we have this backwards? When shit's happening in life, adversity, challenges, hardships, struggling with, something that you could only do so much, but yet you tend to slip. Yes, because of that, scarcity mentality, the stress that you're having, the news that are just putting shit in your head about what's happening, and how life is happening to us, instead of thinking about how it's happening for us. So obviously you got to be stronger. Obviously you got to step your game up and be more in control of your emotions and your feelings, and not leave your goals unattended, because this will pass. What we're going through, it's gonna pass. We're gonna push through. And a lot of us that didn't quit, that kept bobbing and weaving and pushing through these hard times, that's the triumph. That's the victory that you guys are talking about. Oh man, how did he do it? How did he get to where he's at now? Because he didn't stop. No matter what came his way, he was looking at it from a different lens, and not victimizing, not putting himself, or not letting that distract him from the path that he was creating, from the goals that he had yet to accomplish, that he has yet to accomplish and obtain. All this that's happening around us, we could only do so much. Remember that. Don't just be there, a victim of circumstance, creating scenarios in your head, listening to the news, letting that shit just bombard you with negativity, consuming it, and letting that slow you down, if not even take you off course, take you off your game plan. And you're there just miserable, scared, with fear in your eyes of the what ifs. What are we going to do? What's going to happen? Having that negative mindset every day while others are still pushing, while others are choosing not to quit, refusing to quit on their goals. There's two types of people: the people that are going to sit there and cry, and then there's the others that are going to push no matter what, fight no matter what. Put that in your head, man, because a lot of people, see, the thing about it is that I tell all my team members as well, you know what? Yeah, you slipped, you fall, we all fall short, but don't choose to stay there, because that's what normal people do. They choose to stay there, cry about their circumstances and whine about their circumstances, and they don't do shit about it. Be the rare one. Be different. Because the rare people fight. And that's what we do. Separate yourself from the rest. Separate yourself from society that wants you to be there, torturing yourself, depressed, creating anxiety within yourself by thinking about all this stupid shit that doesn't benefit you to move ahead in life. Block that shit. Be optimistic. Have some faith. Trust that we will overcome this. Trust that this will pass. How many times we haven't got hit with something tragic? And that's when we get to see who's the one that's going to rise and overcome it. And that's when you find out who's the weak-minded that fall into that trap of scarcity, and they stop on their dreams. They stop on their goals, on the pursuit to what they wanted in life. Think about this. Stop being distracted about shit that it's out of your control, and focus on what's under your control, which is you, your emotions, your feelings. You dictate your day on how you respond to whatever's happening in your life. Wake up, realize that, run it.